Another 5:30 a.m. start. This is becoming a habit. Our early start today is for a good reason. We are venturing to the Taj Mahal for sunrise. When we first planned this trip, we decided we would add a day to visit the Taj Mahal. Today was the day. The tuk-tuk guys are ready and waiting outside. It took us to not beat but join the crowd that was already queuing outside the east gate. We had commissioned Mohammed as our guide today. He made our entry to the Taj relatively smooth, and soon we found ourselves entering what is possibly the most beautiful building in the world, certainly one of the most iconic, certainly a pinch me moment. The Taj Mahal was built in the 17th century by Emperor Shah Jahan for his wife Mumtaz Mahal after she died in childbirth. The emperor gathered architects and artisans from Persia, India and all the Islamic kingdoms to design and build what is essentially a mausoleum. The finest materials were brought to Agra from all over India. The very best red sandstone and incredible marble. The white marble was carved and inlaid with precious stones. The marble was translucent, as are the precious stone inlays depicting flowers and geometric patterns. The Taj Mahal took 20 years to complete. Once finished, most of the workmen and craftspeople returned to their homelands. However, a number remained in Agra to maintain and repair the Taj Mahal. The team that does this today are descendants of the original artisans, still using the manual techniques originally deployed. The structure appears with different colours according to the time of year or the time of day. People flock to the Taj Mahal at sunrise to witness this phenomenon. It is not so pronounced this time of year and foiled further by the pollution that shrouds the early morning sun. This is despite the government having relocated factories to Delhi in order to limit the damage of pollution to this key tourist attraction. Islamic prayers adorn the four sides. The entire complex is perfectly symmetrical. The four towers of the Taj Mahal were built on a slight lean away from the mausoleum. This was in case of a future earthquake that might cause them to collapse, and if this happens they'll fall away from rather than into the Taj Mahal. Truly a magnificent sight, and not one of our number regretted the early morning. It was good to have Mohammed as our guide. At one point he introduced us to a photographer who just happened to be waiting for us to take group and individual photos. What a coincidence. No obligation to buy any of the photos, but we did buy a few. I mean, what are the chances that we will just run into a professional photographer here at the Taj Mahal who was available to take photos of us? From the Taj Mahal, you look out over the river to the unfinished foundations of what was to be the Black Taj. It never got past this point as the son of the emperor intervened. The Taj Mahal was built as a huge expense. The emperor's eldest son was not willing to allow his father to bankrupt the kingdom or spend all of his inheritance. So he overthrew his father and had him imprisoned at the royal residence, the Agra fort. Muhammad kindly offered to take us to his family's pashmina shop. We declined as we had not yet had breakfast and instead opted to return to the Sunrise Valley homestay for brunch. On our return trip, our tuk-tuk drivers entered into the spirit of tuk-tuk tag. This is a game we have played as a group, tagging other team members travelling in other tuk-tuks. The tuk-tuk guys took this game to a new level, chasing each other's tuk-tuks and driving close enough that we could tag each other. The prize for winning tuk-tuk tag are tic-tacs, so the tuk-tuk tag tic-tacs are fiercely competed for. After brunch, we headed to the Agra fort, continuing our day as tourists. The fort is described as the parent of the Taj Mahal, being the royal residence. The Taj being the mausoleum where the emperor and his wife are entombed. First and foremost, this is a fort or a castle. The building is more of a small city surrounded by a moat. The entranceway is a stone ramp. It is designed so that any sound is amplified. This was to prevent any enemy from sneaking inside. Today it was great entertainment for school children to run down the ramp and stamp their feet, making a very loud entranceway indeed. We went Muhammad-less to the fort, instead taking our time to explore some information from downloaded audio guides. Most of the fort is built in red sandstone. The royal apartments feature marble and inlaid features similar to those of the Taj Mahal. One area was set aside for the house arrest of the emperor, and to add to the emperor's misery, he had a clear view, be it from a distance, of the Taj Mahal. There have been rumours over the centuries that Emperor Shah Jahan hid a vast treasure somewhere within the fort, and none has ever been found. Neither have the rumoured tunnels linking the Agra fort and the Taj Mahal, but legend still claims that the ghost of Shah Jahan haunts the fort. The fort is well worth a visit. So much history and fascinating stories. The gardens once here grew grapes to make wine for the emperor, but the emperor's son replaced those with roses so that regular people could enjoy their fragrance. That, of course, before the modern day air pollution. One thing we've had little time for on this trip is shopping. The tuk-tuk guys took us to a local market, then textile merchant. The local markets can be just a bit bizarre. Dad joke. At the market, a monkey leapt onto a shelf that fell on a sleeping dog. The monkey appeared to not appreciate us laughing at him as he threw fruit picked from a nearby tree at Mike. At the textile shop, I bought a Taj Mahal t-shirt. If I wear it, I'll not need insect repellent, as the garment seems to be doused in mothballs. After cold drinks at the homestay, the tuk-tuk guys took us to the train station. We have a night in Delhi before leaving India. Waiting on the train platform, we watched rats running around the tracks. Good-sized rodents sent scurrying when trains passed by. A train that departed before ours was partway into a 27-hour journey. The first carriages were air-conditioned with bunks. The next had reclining seats. The last ones resembled cattle cars. No glass, just bars on the windows. These carriages were crowded with some people with standing room only. This train spoke so much of the inequality in India, such a chasm between the rich and the poor. A stark reminder of so much we have seen and done while here. We have so much to be grateful for as we sit in our air-conditioned carriage with reclining seats and complimentary snacks.
मुझको उलझा उलझा सा जाना तू वरना सुलझाई एक से एक पहेली मैंने समझो ना हम डरते हैं देखें दूर से तुझको जी भरते हैं जाना समझो ना हम डरते हैं प्यार करते हैं तुमसे जीते मरते हैं इश्क में तेरे
Our last night in India is spent at the YWCA in Delhi. Our last supper as a team was at the Wild Cafe. Tomorrow many of us will go our own way, some returning to Aotearoa, New Zealand, others stopping off in Singapore. Tomorrow will be the last early morning for a while, hopefully. What an adventure, so much to think about and process. We've had the privilege to experience so much that others never will. We will all be forever changed.